Hello, welcome to Xavier and Jasmine Live Gaming. I got another Persona 5 Royal boss fight for you, Lavenza. But before we jump into the fight, I wanted to go through the mechanics of the boss, the personas I use, and my team setup, because this is unlike any other fight in the game. She's definitely the hardest fight in the game. Lavenza's fight is broken down into 4 phases, each phase requiring you to perform a special action. To proceed to the next phase, you have to perform said action along with dealing 5,000 damage in 9 turns, or Lavenza will knock you down. You knock your whole team down, and then perform an all-out attack, killing you instantly. In phase 1, she's resistant to all but one element. That one element is dependent on which persona she has equipped. So the goal here is just to hit her with that element, or you can use an almighty attack. You just have to deal 5,000 damage within 9 turns on this phase. After that, you go on to phase 2. This one is easy. All you have to do is just deal technical damage every turn, along with the 5,000 damage in 9 turns. Then you go to phase 3. This is where it gets tricky, because you are required to land a critical hit every turn, along with the 5,000 damage. This is the hardest phase of the fight, because no matter how many passive skills you have equipped, you cannot guarantee a critical hit every turn. And if you don't get a critical hit at the end of the turn, she will just instant kill you. So there's a lot of luck involved with this phase. But after that phase, it's basically a regular old boss fight. You just knock down the rest of her health. I guess the only thing to be afraid of here is every 6 moves she uses an almighty attack that has to deal at least 1,000 damage. I know, because it killed my Joker in 1 hit and he was sitting at 999 max health. So my goal here was just to defeat her within 6 moves, just to avoid getting hit by that. Moving on to the main personas that I'll be using. Throughout the fight, I will mainly be support, just buffing my teammates and healing them. Outside phase 3, the only time I attack using Joker is if someone gets a critical hit and baton passes to me. Other than that, I'm just doing support. So this is Maria. I'll be using her to charge and concentrate. I'll also be using her to heal the whole team and to cure any elements that are on my team. I gave her the trait Demon's Bite, which doubles any HP that you can restore to yourself. So that, plus her other passive, regenerate skills, Holy Embrace, Holy Whisper, plus regenerate 3. That means that my character is going to get back 900 plus health whenever it's my turn using her. We have Centennial. My version, I just made him an Elements Master. So really, I'll only be using him during phase 1 to hit Lavenza's non-resistances. Since I'm going DLC free for this fight, Lucifer is my strongest almighty attacker. After phase 1, anytime someone baton passes to me, I'll be using Lucifer's unique skill, Morning Star. That plus all the other passives and traits I give him, this should make it the strongest almighty attack that's not a DLC persona. Then we have Boogeyman Bugs. He is my critical hit master. I will only be using him during phase 3. Just, I need to get critical hits into phase 3. And finally, I have Lilette. I will only be using him just to buff my team's attack, defense, evasion. I will not be using him to debuff. I'll leave that to someone else. Now on to my teammates. First up is Panther. She's going to be used to be debuffing Lavenza throughout the fight. And she will also put Lavenza to sleep during the second phase to set up technical hits. I equipped her with the Ring of Pride. That way she can charge up a Violet throughout the fight. Next up is Queen. She will be playing offense and support. She's just a good overall character, so it really depends on the situation. I gave her an accessory that gives her access to the move Sword Dance. This move is the bread and butter of the whole fight, because it has a high chance of landing a critical hit. It was extremely helpful in phase 3. And as I said before, Joker is handling support, so the only time he does any attack is if someone lands a critical hit and baton passes to him. So I want to get as many critical hits as possible during the fight. And finally, the true queen of this fight, Violet. I just told you how important critical hits are. Well, she has Sword Dance by default, along with a passive skill that increases her critical hit rate. And on top of that, she has a support skill that increases critical hit rates for the whole party. So Violet is really the star of this fight. I just equipped her with the Crystal Skull accessory that increases all her stats by 6 and gives her the passive skill Angelic Grace just to help her with evading attacks. And yeah, that was a quick rundown of the fight and my team setup. If you want a more in-depth guide to class setup for this fight, I suggest you check out Rosalin's Lavenza boss battle guide. I'll put the link to the video in the description. Before I watched that video, I had no idea what was going on with this fight, and I had no idea how I was going to beat Lavenza on Merciless, so that was really helpful. Yeah, that's it. So, here we go.
I have been waiting. Thank you. I'm pleased to see that you haven't given up on your rehabilitation. Now, let's begin. Change. My power! Here I come.
Persona! There.
Let's do this! Go! Persona! What? That's our queen!
Here goes.
On to the next!
Come! Satanaya! Go down!
What? Let's dance! How about this? I will not lose. This calls for...
Damn it!
Power! Here I come. My! Nice, Violet. Just what I would expect from an athlete.
Let's go! Alilat!
Persona! This one! Persona!
My heart is a furnace, had a Rozalin. My word of comfort, one goes what keeps me going.
This should do.
They track when the lost to the boss is
Queen Persona! We gotta put it out! Finish this! This calls for...
I'm ready, but I'm ready to take them down now.
Oh, it's spinning.
It's fine.
Persona! My next move is... I'll return the favor. Thank you. Let's do this! All right. Persona! Agnes! What? That's our queen? This is our best shot. On to the next.
Persona! Satanaya! Ravage them!
What? Dance, Persona! What? What a performance! I will not lose. Violet. This calls for... Here I come. Oh, and Panther dodges with grace.
Persona! Maria! There.
Persona! I'll use my persona! Persona! Dazzle us, Bonadis! What? All enemies are down! Thanks, Violet! It's all you! On to the next!
Persona! Satanoia! Go down!
What? I will not lose. Your aptitude for determining your opponent's affinity is quite impressive. I, too, am beginning to warm up. However, the next phase won't be nearly as simple. Change! How's this?
And I've got to moment. Is this a mirage or a chance to fulfill my mission?
Persona!
A river in a dry land.
Maria!
The land is in a lost land. A heartbeat for demon. Always is in a season.
I appreciate it. Oh, that's a big help.
I'm standing on razor's edge now. What quick, all my life is over.
Persona!
Just a benzene.
Hey!
Out of his field of vision. Don't ask, I'm ready.
Persona!
To strike him down now. I just saw the new stars. There's no time for indecision.
Out of our way! What? That's our queen!
A river in a dry land.
It's yours! Not
Sure.
done yet!
Persona!
Has powered you up!
When I hop off new beginnings, burn out the
Lucifer!
now we
There.
need it, a heartbeat for demons. Always is in a season.
What?
Remind us we're here for creating new life.
Dance, Persona!
Creating rivers in the desert.
Can I use this? I will not lose. This calls for... Oh! Nice, Violet! Just what I would expect from an athlete. Queen's in trouble! It looks
Tough.
bad!
Maria!
My heart is a furnace, had a sailing, my word of confidence.
Some other way. Only locked!
That's what I lost to the bosses of greed and fear. Don't ask, I'm ready.
Get ready!
Take them
This
down
one.
now. The black burning star is constantly
Persona!
burning.
How's this? What? That's our queen!
A river in a dry land.
Like nothing
Okay.
for you!
The land is in
Persona.
a lost land.
Lucifer! Ravage them!
When I hop off new beginnings, burn out the now we need it. A heartbeat for demon. Always is in a season. Remind us we're here for creating new life. Creating
How about this? I appreciate it. I will not lose. What a display of skill. The countless hardships you've suffered have clearly been of benefit to you. It's often said that luck determines a great deal of one's success. Allow me to witness your own luck next. This calls for... Oh! Persona! Mine! Panther dodges with grace!
Persona! Bugs! You're mine.
What? Booker, you're looking cool!
And rivers and darling, the last days
Up to you.
Alright, my turn now. Let's dance! How about this? Persona! Persona! What? A smash hit! Queen, you're so cool! This is my soul! What? I will not lose. Change. My! Nice, Violet! Just what I would expect from an Persona! Oh! All right, Queen!
Persona! Go.
What? Ooh, Joker! You're looking cool!
Go ahead.
I'm ready to go! On to the next! Let's dance! Monadis! What? What a performance! That was awesome, Violet! How about this? Persona! Okay. Thank you so much! Thank you! Dance, Persona! Dazzle us, Monadis! What a performance! That was awesome, Violet! No wonder you're the chosen trickster. To think you'd push me to such a point. You've made it clear. I must be willing to tap into the absolute depths of my might. I hope you've prepared yourself. From this moment forward, I am holding nothing back. Change! Mine! All right, Queen! How's this?
Come. All right.
Will you survive? Lavenza's butting in! Don't hold back! Do this! Boom! Panther dodges with grace! Persona! Monadis! What? All enemies are down! Thanks, Violet! I got this! Hey, we should do something while I have all this power!
My heart is a furnace, had a selling. My word of conflict is what keeps me going. Take back what I lost to the ball.
Please, alright, on to the next!
Persona! Lucifer!
Don't ask if I'm ready,
There.
but I'm ready to take them down now. The time for the
What? I will not lose. Change.
A river in a dry land. The love is in the water.
Oh!
When the hope of new
Persona!
beginnings burned our feet. Now we
My power!
Let's do this.
Let's go now since its defense is down.
Remind us we're here for creative
Persona!
creative rivers
appreciate it.
Thanks.
Will you survive?
Enhance our dodges with brains. Let's dance! Paradis!
What?
All enemies are down. Thanks, Violet. Teamwork.
Rush.
Not done yet.
Persona! Ravage them!
What? I will not lose. Change. I've barely started.
It's on the ground. You can't fail
Here I
now.
come. How's this? So you
Now
can
we're
endure
about
it.
to give up the ghost. Somebody do something. Here come the buffs.
Persona! Maria!
Thank you so much. That's a big help.
Will you survive?
Persona! Persona!
I'm giving the balance, but I'm standing on razor's edge now. Walk quick on my
Hey!
life is over. I'm
Nice, Joker. Just at the last second. Yours.
Don't ask why I'm ready, but I'm ready to strike him down now. I just saw the new stars. There's no time in this.
Using this. Dance, Persona! Dazzle us, Paradis! What? All enemies are down. Thanks, Violet. It's a time. On to the next.
Come! Lucifer! You're mine!
Our range of tactics is expanded.
That was as expected. I have truly witnessed firsthand the fruits of your rehabilitation. No matter what strives to keep you down, you have retained your freedom through your own will. Despite all the pain and hardship in your way, you kept faith in your comrades and continued to fight for your beliefs. You may say that, yet you still accomplished the task. That must be what charms those around you. You do not simply outshine others, you charm them, pushing their abilities beyond the limits they thought they had. That must also be a form of power to rule over. Thanks to you, I feel as if I now fully comprehend my role as one who rules over power. I am a being that must inherently believe in the potential of humanity as they are guided along. As such a being, I am hesitant to admit this. But I am happy. I'm extremely grateful that I could witness the path you've chosen to forge. Thank you so much, my trickster. Yes, of course. This is a token of my gratitude for you. Won't you please accept it? When you previously defeated me while I was separated into halves, I had given you a bookmark. That bookmark was originally entrusted to them as my memories given form. What I bestow upon you now is the genuine article which the other merely imitated. Your possession of both bookmarks proves that your strength is exceptional. You may currently be confronting an incredible ordeal with your comrades. However, no matter what obstacle stands in your way, you have no need to fear. After all, I have deemed you the world's greatest man. That reminds me. Now please excuse me.